And then Nina, you just keep quiet. You just keep quiet. You watch those videos and you keep quiet. You don't comment, you don't like, you don't subscribe, you don't care. Like, hi team, welcome back to another video and thank you so much for coming back. If it is your first time here, andiswa.mojapelo, and on this channel I chat about all things related to managing your money and adulting in general. So if that sounds like your type of content, please make sure that you check out our other videos. Today I am serving tea. That is what I'm doing today. I am going to be serving the tea on how it is really going on YouTube behind the scenes. So I don't know if YouTube is going or it's a combination of both, but all I know is that we've kept it moving consistently for over a year now. And I wanted to come and just let you guys in on how it's going behind the scenes. I know that I've done videos touching on different aspects of YouTube, but I've never really sat down to be like, yo, okay, this is what has been really great and this is what has been not so great. I'm actually totally not enjoying this part and it's really difficult, and that's what I'm doing today. Now, typical andiswa style, I've broken down the stuff that I want to discuss into points just to focus my thinking and sort of not end up blabbing on one point the entire time, right? Okay, so I've got my journal here that I'm going to be looking at as a guide. The first thing that I want to talk about, guys, which I think is very important, and we're going to start on a high note, is the fact that having a YouTube channel has come with so many unexpected business lessons. I've learned so much about running a business from my YouTube channel. Now, I know someone is sitting out there thinking, girl, you started a YouTube channel for free. Like, what does that have to do with, you know, running a business? A business is something completely different. Guys, when you start a YouTube channel, you've got clients and customers. That's your audience. It's you guys watching the videos. You have got sales, right? And you've got targets. That is number of subscribers and number of views, and also the engagement that you are aiming for. You've got a product or a service, which is your content that you actually make. You've got suppliers. You've also got, you know, the investment that you make on your channel, such as a good smartphone, lighting, you know, studio for some people, cameras, and all of that stuff. And you want to see a return on the investment that you've made. So you want to make sure that the stuff and the time you've put into your YouTube channel, and most importantly, the money, actually comes back. So having a YouTube channel is very much like running a business. In fact, it's very similar. And I've gotten a lot of lessons out of that process, you know. And there's also another important part, which is marketing. Every business needs marketing, and good marketing. And having a YouTube channel has really helped me understand how marketing works. Like, how do you get your stuff out there? How do you get people to view your stuff or to want to view your stuff, and all of those other things? So that's definitely been a great highlight in having a YouTube channel. Okay, let's jump into a low of, you know, one of the lows of having a YouTube channel, or at least for me. The engagement. The engagement on this platform is cold, you know, and it's one of the coldest that I've experienced. And it's probably because, you know, YouTube is obviously like a global platform, like all the other platforms, and there's millions of people creating content. It's not like Facebook, where the people on Facebook are your friends, or the people that you follow are your friends on Instagram and stuff like that. YouTube is a very, very cold platform when it comes to engagement, or at least for the most part. And that's been probably one of my biggest lows. And the reason for that is you obviously invest a lot of time and effort in creating content, right? And then you put this thing out there for the benefit of helping people or entertaining them or whatever the reason. And then, Nina, you just keep quiet. You just keep quiet. You watch those videos and you keep quiet. You don't comment, you don't like, you don't subscribe, you don't care. Like, you just don't do anything. And I'm obviously not speaking to the people who have subscribed, who do engage in all of those things. And to be honest, I'm also not hating on you guys for doing that if you are doing that, because Before I started a YouTube channel, I used to be guilty of the very same thing. I just thought that there's no point in commenting. My like won't make a difference. Oops, I forgot to subscribe. I'm sure it doesn't make a difference. This person already has 1,000 subscribers or 100,000 subscribers. What is my subscribe going to, do? And how is that going to improve their channel? And I was that person before. And now that I'm in those shoes and I need the engagement because I understand how important it is when you have the numbers in reaching more people, it stings and it hurts when you really put your effort into something, you put it out there and people just consume, watch it, get the value, and they bounce after that. So that has been really tough, to be honest, but I am learning and I think I'm becoming more comfortable with it. Number one, because I'm getting used to it. And number two, because I understand that just because a person doesn't engage, it doesn't mean they don't enjoy the content. And why I say that is because I've had people reach out to me from LinkedIn and Instagram and even on the streets when I do go out and be like, yo, Andiswa, I watched that video of yours and I was like, oh my God, it's so good. I learned this and that, and this is what I changed in my finances and all of that stuff. And I'm just like, why didn't you comment? Why don't you just tell me that on the video? So having those conversations has made me realize that it's not, it's just because I'm not getting that, it doesn't mean that the video isn't good or people are not enjoying it, but it does hurt. I don't want to lie. The second reason that also made me deal with this low is the fact that there are some really good content creators out there that I look up to that have been killing the game for like 10 years or more, but they also don't have a lot of engagement on their content in terms of views and comments. And I'm just like, this video is really good. It should be like on 100,000 views and lots of engagement, and it'll be like on 900 views or 1,200 views, and the content is like quality content. I'll make an example. Lebu Lion, she's got a channel on YouTube where she drops really good content and really good conversations with really admirable people that she interviews. I think that podcast should be on fire. But it's not, and for me, it doesn't say anything about the quality of the content because I enjoy it, I engage, and I comment, and I like, and all of that stuff. So, yeah, but guys, at the end of the day, we're still humans. So one day you understand, but on another day, you're like, you're not even one person. Like, it almost feels like you're speaking to yourself because, for example, right now I'm sitting here, right, and I'm talking to my phone, and I'm imagining that I'm speaking to people. And then when nobody responds, it's just like, am I really talking to anyone, even though the views are there? So let's not go on and on, but definitely, the lack of engagement and how cold this platform can be is kind of a low. And if you're not careful, it can get to you. Now, on the upside after that, one of the highs that I've experienced on YouTube is the relationships that I've created online. People used to say this and I used to hear them say this and I'm like, oh, come on, you can't really have friends online. Like, it's not a real thing. It is a real thing. And I'll make a typical example to explain this point. There's this lady who always comments on my videos, and she's live with Kazi, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, she's live with Kazi, and she always comments on my videos. Even before she watches the video, she just drops a comment to say, I'm here, notification gang, we here. And it gets me so excited, right? And there's this point in time, I think in the beginning of the year, where she stopped commenting on my videos for like 2 months or something. And when she came back and she commented, I was like, oh my God, where have you been? I've been meaning, I've been wondering, like where you are. And then she responded to the comment and she said that, oh my God, I actually got married and I was busy with the wedding and I had to go Tiza and all of those things. So I was away from social media, and she was surprised that I noticed that she wasn't there. But I did, because those engagements matter. Those people matter to me, people like Lindo from All Things Lindo, who really engage with the content, who build those relationships, and it surpasses YouTube and it goes to Instagram and all of those things. I appreciate the support. I'm also on DMs with certain people that I never thought that I would interact with, but through my YouTube channel, I've created those relationships and so much more. So that's definitely been a highlight. Another highlight on the relationship front, right, is it's so interesting that my, people that I get along with or that I've known for years, or even my friends, always, have conversations with me after watching a video, even though they don't comment on my video, but they'll call me up and be like, oh my God, Andy, so what you said hit home. Can we just discuss this? Can we meet and do that? So I feel like from a family and friends perspective, there's also a lot of relationships that have been reignited from me basically being in people's spaces. all the time, right? Because although I'm not there physically, but my videos are playing and people are like, oh my God, I should probably talk to Andiswa. So that part has really been amazing as well. Okay, now I think it's just lows from here, right, until we end. But another thing that has been a big thing for me on YouTube is fighting imposter syndrome. So because there are so many videos online and there's so many people creating content on different topics, some people are creating content in your niche, you will constantly be exposed to these videos and you will watch them and you'll almost like be like, yo, her editing skills are on fire, you know, and my editing skills are not up to scratch. Or her hair is perfect, her makeup is on fleek, she looks beautiful, she's amazing-ish, maybe I should put more effort, or maybe I should try and do this. And you will watch all these videos because there's so much content out there, and you'll constantly put yourself under pressure if you are not careful to, want to mimic what you see, from the editing to the dress code to the hair to the makeup to how you vlog, how you have your sit downs and all of those things. And honestly, guys, it's not a competition. They don't call it YouTube for nothing, right? It's all about you. It's about you being authentically yourself and finding your space within the bigger space. And I do believe that all of us are different. So there's a space for everyone, but you definitely need to fight that imposter syndrome. Otherwise, you're always going to believe that you don't belong here because somebody's got better notes than you, somebody explains things better than you, somebody vlogs better than you, they do unboxings better than you, and you really need to fight that because you do belong here and there is a space for you within this YouTube platform. That's something that I had to constantly tell myself, and I think I finally believe it. I'm at a space where I sort of know what I like and how I deliver things, and I'm comfortable with the way that I do that. Let's talk about the time versus the payout from making YouTube content. So it is no secret that making YouTube videos takes a considerable amount of time, right? And I'm not only talking about, because this is the mistake I made, I'm not only talking about the time to actually record the video, but I'm also talking about setting yourself up, making sure there's good lighting, especially now in winter. Like, it gets really tough if you don't have a designated studio or a big house where you can designate it to that specific task of recording. It becomes very tough to set up, make sure you've got good lighting, position yourself, prep what you want to discuss and all of that stuff. And you do all of that and then you record for 30 minutes and then you get only a few views. But if you were to do the same thing on another platform without prep, free flow for 60 seconds, the views and the engagement is much higher. I know this from my experience. When I do a YouTube video here of like 25 minutes, I'll get maybe 200 views if I'm lucky in 2 weeks. But when I post a 60-second clip from that video and I post it on Instagram, I get 100 views in less than half a day. You get what I mean? So the payout on YouTube, or the payoff rather, is much smaller than on other platforms. But I still love YouTube, and I feel like YouTube feels like home, to me and my personality and the type of content that I want to share and deliver. But if you definitely want to grow fast and you want to grow quick and all you care about is numbers and having an audience, definitely go to those other two platforms and create short form content, because I've seen with my, views and engagement as well, that it's much higher there than it is on YouTube. Yes. Being considerate. So this is something else that I didn't think about before I started a channel, but I have been thinking about a lot, and I had to realize, although it is my YouTube channel and I can basically say whatever I want and I can share whatever I am comfortable with, I need to understand and be aware of the fact that I don't live in a silo somewhere alone. I've got a husband who's my partner, who's my life partner, and I've also got a family, and I've got a 9-to-5 job. So the type of stuff that I share and the content that I share, although I would like to be transparent to a specific degree, or I'd like to unpack specific topics, I need to be considerate of my position within my workplace. I need to be considerate of the fact that, my money is my husband's money, his money is my money. So sometimes I may feel comfortable with being super transparent with something, but he may not, because he's more of a private person. He's not on any social media platforms. Like, he's very, very private. So I need to consider that before I tackle a topic. Same with my job. You know, I'm also building a career while having a YouTube channel. So I need to be presented in a certain way. I can't just get here and start swearing F and B's and all of that stuff. I mean, yes, it's my YouTube, but I've also got something that I'm building on a corporate professional front that's important, and I need to take those things into place whenever I come up with content or I brainstorm. Luckily for me, because this channel is very educational, it doesn't limit me from a lot of things, right? Because I can share most things because it's education. But I think more on the personal side, I definitely need to be careful, or rather be considerate. And then the last thing, guys, because I don't want to make this video super long, is the opportunities. Oh my word, YouTube and having a YouTube channel has opened so many opportunities for me that I didn't expect. And this is before you hit 1,000 subscribers, right? I had people contacting me when I still had 400 subscribers and saying, hi, Andiswa, we really love your content. Could you please write for us? Or hi, Andiswa, we really love your content. Could you please speak at our event? Or, you know, could you, do a radio slot? Or could you come to our podcast? Could you do a live with us and all of that stuff? So definitely, I think this is a great way to end in saying that there are a lot of opportunities outside of YouTube that are created because you have this YouTube platform. And that's a big thing to think about if you are considering embarking on this journey. There's a lot to do outside of this. And yes, this is the base, but if you are willing, it could open up a whole lot of other doors that you will ultimately enjoy. Remember that my purpose is to impact people's financial lives, is to impact them, and it's to assist them with their financial freedom and their financial future. So the other platforms give me an opportunity to do that. YouTube gives me an opportunity to not only do that, but also link myself to people who can give me that kind of access. So guys, that's how YouTube has been going so far for me. It's honestly overall been great. I think that the lows I'm learning to deal with, and I'm learning to understand that they are a reality for most people. I think when I started looking at the fact that I share these realities with people that I admire, I started realizing that it's less about the actual low. It's less about the individual and the person and more about the actual thing. And I'm learning to separate those two things, which is really helping me stay consistent and stay motivated on my journey. Thank you so much for making it to the end of this video. If you did enjoy it, please don't forget to give it a huge thumbs up, and do consider subscribing to my YouTube channel if you haven't, so I can see you in the next video. Bye.